Okay, let's get some audio going. Got the phone going. Just waiting for audio to kick in here. Give it a second. Come on, audio. Okay, we got audio rolling. I like that. That's good. That's a good sign when you got the audio rolling. Well, cool. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing well, and welcome to the live stream. And tonight we are going to be talking about a few things. We're going to be talking about not giving up on your artistic passions, and keep sketching. Keep pushing forward, keep persevering with your passion, your artistic endeavors of what you're doing. I think it is so important to not lose focus of what you're trying to do, and getting there and getting going and doing it. Do what you love, and it will reward you. And I can't believe we, just friends, I just can't believe we're over 252 videos. Oh my goodness gracious. And it hasn't even been a year yet. 252 videos. That is absolutely phenomenal. Just starting this channel. Again, I'm going to say hi. Start saying hi to everybody. I got Buddha Belly hanging out. That's cool. What's up, Buddha Belly? How's it going? I hope you're feeling better, and everything is going well with you. And I keep seeing your good artwork coming my way. Love seeing it. Hope you're doing well and everything's rocking and rolling for you. And tonight we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to be talking about keep sketching, keep focused on your passion. We'll give it a couple seconds here to get more people on board as we're hanging out. But if we haven't met before, I know I'm not showing my face right now, but if we haven't met before, my name is Paul Angeli, and I'm a live action storyboard artist. And coming to you with this YouTube channel. I created this channel, oh gosh, it's not quite a year. I think in October it'll be a year. But I'm just so, I was shocked that we have over 252 videos for you to watch here on the channel. And for a lot of you out there, that's pretty dang awesome. And so I couldn't have done it without you, and with your support of watching these live streams and watching these videos. So super appreciate you hanging out with me. I created this channel to help out other artists, and whether you're new to storyboarding or visual storytelling, or you're trying to level up your work, or somebody who just likes to watch an artist's work, this is pretty cool. So there's a lot of content here for you to enjoy. Hopefully some more people join in, and if you watch live, that's always awesome. I love chatting with people and saying hello and catching up. And then for those of you that are watching it on the replay, I appreciate you spending the time to watch these videos. So again, like I said, the topic of tonight's live stream is to go over the, don't give up on your artistic passions, and, keep sketching, keep pushing forward, keep moving forward in terms of your artwork that you're creating. Earlier today, I did a live stream, and I had done these drawings, and I was just on like a quick, 25-30 minute lunch break, and I always bring my pad of paper and my tools and everything, and I'm always drawing all the time. And I'm going to show you some simple tips and tricks for when you're practicing your boards, or just chit-chatting and just drawing away. I just having fun with this little sequence. Seemed like a lot of people enjoyed watching it earlier today. Met a lot of new friends and stuff. So I'm going to show you a couple things, and while I'm drawing, I'm going to be chatting at the same time, talking about storyboarding. And we're in that sort of middle part of the year, and some people sort of lose focus. Others are I guess it's a little bit of everything. Some people lose focus. Some people, you get the thrill. I know San Diego Comic-Con was last weekend, and a lot of people were pumped up. And it's like, how do I keep that going? How do I keep that energy going? You meet a lot of cool people, and or whatever you're doing. It's like, how do I keep this rolling and have fun with this? So let's talk about it. Hey, Marianne GR. I got Buddha Belly and Marianne GR hanging out with me. So one of the things I do, and we were talking about, where did I put my stack of Post-its? Here it is. When you're, I use these Post-it, these darn things for everything. And what I do sometimes if I'm just trying to look for a quick frame in terms of my drawing, I'll use Post-it notes or business cards or something like that, but today I have some Post-it notes. And so what I do is I throw the Post-it note down because I remember in my high school art class, and I remember sitting there in the art class, and the teacher's always like, hey, draw a picture frame around each of your drawings. And so I just sort of use a Post-it note when I'm just out and sketching and just having fun to lay down my sort of my picture frame there as I'm working. So it's always a good sheet to have that. And I had that high school art teacher. I'll never forget him. Always like giving different ideas and tips and stuff like that. And I remember I was in, of all people, I was in art class. I was sitting next to. I was right in my senior year in high school, and I guess I was sharing a table with. At the time, we went to the same high school. Is Len Wiseman, who ended up being the director of and writer of all the Underworld movies, and he also did was it Die Hard, one of the last Die Hards too. So that was sort of fun. But in that class, I would always use Post-it notes too to mock up my picture frames. I wasn't storyboarding at the time, or learning storyboarding, but just an art class. I was doing a lot of high school drawings and stuff like that. That got into the high school sort of. I guess we had I think a Genesis book or something like that, and a lot of my artwork got into that Genesis book, and was pursuing a little bit of the art there, but still focused on other academic stuff when I got into college. But funny stories. But anyway, I think it's always important to keep sketching all the time, and I always try to find time to sketch. So like I gave you the example earlier, just when I'm on lunch breaks and stuff, and I'll just sit there and I'll just play around with different characters, try different things, and I'm not using pencil. Like I'm big on the I found myself earlier this week I was doing some pencil live streams, and it's like I get carried away and do too much detail. And when you're working in ink, it just I'm thinking of these past artists that we've been doing the master studies on, and just keeping that philosophy, keep it simple, keep it sort of sketchy, have some line work, some basic line work, and then have your dark detail that you're using that Sharpie for, to have fun. It keeps your storyboard simple, clean, the clarity is there. We were talking about Tim Sale and how clean and clarity in his imagery as he was creating using these simple blocks of shape, color, or dark here, or line art, or somebody like Darwin Cook. And there's other artists that will go and explore with this, but I thought those are a couple people. So when I'm sketching, I use simple tools. I'm here sketching. I'm just hanging out, sketching around, and let's go ahead and do some drawings here, and just show you what I'm talking about here in terms of the types of drawings you're looking at doing, and how to do it. So when I'm thinking here, I'm just going to go ahead and start drawing. And I won't do all the inks right away, but just keep it really simple in terms of and when I'm drawing, a lot of people ask, well, Paul, how do you see this image? How do you... I just sort of just start drawing and having fun with it. I don't know if I see it, or I just sort of have fun with it. And so I'll do a rough drawing like this, and then I'll just come back through with my Sharpie. And just have some fun. So sketching, if I'm in a rough patch of not knowing, you know, or we all get into that point where we run into rough patches of our artwork. Are we good enough? You have that imposter syndrome that pops up sometimes too. Am I good enough? Does my artwork look good? You know, I think the only person you should be comparing yourself is you. You'll see your work get better and better and better. And you can see the difference. And if you're consistent in your drawings and drawing as much as you can, whatever you can, you'll see that work get better and better and better as you are drawing. So that's sort of like a Marilyn Monroe vibe. Get this off her. Yeah, like this is sort of got the Marilyn Monroe vibe. So we just have some fun doing these drawings and knocking these things out. And you can do different stuff. You can color it in if you want to, or whatever. But I think when you're practicing sketching, it helps. I don't know if this helps the look or. Give some cool color to this. But just having fun with this and drawing it up and having some fun. I tend to, you know, whenever I get into a rut and I'm just drawn and want to do something new, I just play around, you know, with sketches and having fun with those sketches, and try to tell those stories with your sketches. I think there's so many different ways we can go and try different things. Try a different drawing here. Something a little different. When you're drawing, it sort of takes time to bring your confidence back too. So when you're drawing, I always find it, so if I get into a rut or something, I'll try different things. So we're trying different characters here. Let's play around with this. Really want her to have some sort of strategies that last drawing. I'm always thinking in shapes and in shadows. Get so focused on drawing to stop talking. Let's go. Just having fun trying out different drawings. And so what I like about sketching is it's trying different stuff, and then get that post-it note, throw a couple more down. Hope everybody's having a good night. If you're learning something and while you're hanging out with me tonight drawing, super appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the chat or you're new to the live stream, say hi, what's up? Always cool to talk to fellow artists out there, and it's so cool. My email box is completely filled today with so many different artists reaching out to me today. This is so honored that people were taking the time out of their busy day to write me or ask questions and things like that. When I get a free chance, I'll try to answer as many questions as I can to give you a hand. Let's do one more drawing. I'm going to keep it really simple because some of these drawings have a lot of black ink on them. So let's sort of play with this a little bit. Sort of lighten up the hand. Try something a little bit different here. I guess I'm always trying new ideas and new things. Sometimes I'll break that box. Have some fun with these drawings. Hope you're drawing along with me tonight. And this goes for anybody with a creative passion. It's like if you fell off the horse a little bit, get back on again and continue thriving. Because the only person that you're getting this done with is for yourself. We all have our artistic goals and what we're trying to accomplish. Get this drawing. Just having fun with these drawings. Hope everybody's having a great night. have some fun with this here. Just do some sort of futuristic. I'm just having some fun with these drawings. It's good to see so many people jumping on and hanging out for tonight. Appreciate you. Appreciate you spending time out of your busy day to come and hang out with your buddy Polly over here. So cool. These are just sketches. Don't ever lose your passion. And just keep practicing, you know, and sometimes I have really good sketches I like, and other days just the hand isn't working. We all struggle with that at times. So don't get so down on yourself. And stop comparing yourself to others, you know. Just do your own thing. Have fun, you know. Work on your stories. Work on the things that you enjoy in terms of your drawings. So I've done quite a few drawings here, just hanging out while we're chatting and stuff. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Appreciate it. There's all different stuff we can be drawing. Draw some sort of crazy creature thing. Do something a little different here. I keep getting these warning labels that my Adobe software is going to expire. I don't understand why I'm getting all these errors. I actually have a CD-ROM copy I bought, but I'm getting all these errors saying I have a bad copy of Photoshop. Got to deal with that. Got to deal with that tomorrow. Let's sort of have some fun here. I'm going to draw some sort of crazy creature here. Have some fun with this. Do something a little different here. We'll see this all come together shortly. I don't know about you guys, I always like a cool looking creature. This guy, I was thinking of something like John Carpenter's The Thing or something. Just having fun with this one. Just tons of teeth everywhere. Almost like the Sarlacc from the Return of the Jedi. It's got this crazy creature design. Just having some fun with this thing. Yeah, tell me more about the new. I missed out on the new Adobe policy, but I had a copy for a long time, and I just started getting these errors up on my software the other day, saying your copy's going to expire. I heard something about it. Wanted to use personal art to train their AI, but okay. I might have to go to. I have copies of Painter and other programs, so I might have to change my program there. I'm using it for so long, I thought that was sort of rude. You're sitting there using the software you bought, but then you're telling me that it's not a real copy. I'm like, I bought it from Adobe. It's like, what are you talking about? The reason I bought it is I didn't have to do all these subscription model versions, but they're going to do what they want to do. Hey, Stealth Boy. Cool. Adobe's really fallen behind. There are lots of new programs that are much better now. I personally use Clip Studio Paint. How long have you been using that? I know a lot of comic artists are using the Clip Studio Paint. I'm familiar with it, but I haven't used it. Because when I bought Photoshop, I bought Painter too. I like Painter a lot. There was another new program that just came out too. It's a sad looking creature. What they got going on here? Having fun with this guy. Marion GR says I use Sketchbook too, but on my tablet. Okay. And Stealthboy says since 2018, they recently started a subscription service, but it's optional, and it's only if you want their latest new features. You can just buy 1.0 or any finished version that came out. Yeah, that's what I have right now. I have an old version, CS or whatever, but it's giving me all these errors like it's going to expire, and I'm like, what do you mean? I bought the program already. Yeah, I'll have to start looking at something else. It's great for illustrators and comic artists. They also have a premium version for animators. So does it do animation too for the program? I'll have to check it out. Okay, what else are we going to draw? Stealthboy. Adobe switched to a service model years ago. They've depreciated their older versions that were originally just a one-time purchase. That's what I have, the one-time purchase. Buddha Belly says I play with Sketchbook and PenUp on tablet, but use mostly Clip Studio 2 on tablet. That said, I love Sketchbook. I'm old. No, you're not. Okay, you're not that old. Come on. Stealthboy says, yeah, it's called Clip Studio EX. It's a little pricey, but it is a one-time purchase, I believe. Yeah, cool. See some more drawings here. Fresh page. So again, you know, you could use this post-it note that usually gets me going there and have some fun, or you can skip the post-it note thing. That's just stuff that helps me out and helps me think and stuff. So I'll show you some different drawings here. Trying some different styles here. Yeah, it's fun. When I'm just thinking and I'm just drawing in general, I'm just sort of, I don't usually I use more I guess I use more traditional tools when I'm thinking. Just sort of having fun, just drawing big now. Like I said, sometimes I'm using that Post-it note, sometimes I do something else. But like Stealth Boy was talking about, sometimes I just use this my traditional work to think and to try different things, and play with him a little bit. So we can do this guy. Having some fun with him. Let's see here. Stealth Boy says digital is great and all, but I do like a sense of spontaneity and imperfection with traditional work. Also, having to deal with permanent markers, undoing marks. So yeah, deal with permanent marks. So no undoing was made. Yeah, no, it's cool. I think each has its purposes, but when I'm thinking I'm just doing art, it's just something natural about it as I'm thinking and trying stuff. Trying different characters and stuff, but this always gets me inspired to draw, is when you're just sort of just letting it flow. There's no pencil sketch. I'm just having fun with these drawings. Just gonna go in there. Just trying different things, see what looks good. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight as we're drawing. It's real cool. Got some cool drawings going. Let's see what else we're going to draw here. Let's see what else I'm going to draw. Soulboy says, fun to draw with you. I've been struggling drawing this mail van, an old LLV. Cool. I'm happy I can inspire you to get stuff rolling there, buddy. Appreciate it. That's the point, to help inspire others. That's what today's sort of chat. Have you ever been to a life drawing session, considering going to one of them to practice gestural anatomical studies? As a matter of fact, I have. And tell you a quick story. So I'm originally from California, and before I moved out here to the East Coast, but I had a lot of business in LA market and stuff, so I'd always be traveling to see the family and get back over to California. And one of the people I hooked up with, I always wanted to hook up with him, so I started hooking up with him, is on Steven Silver. And Steven had a life drawing session. And I always laugh when I think about the first time I went to when he had a studio session, and it was just like an art class. You know, it was really cool. And if you don't know who Steven is a fantastic character designer. When I first got onto his work on, did the concept designs of Jay and Silent Bob for Mallrats, and then went on to do Kim Possible and do the actual designs for all the characters from Kim Possible. So that was really cool. And always was a fan of his work. And so he would host these live drawing sessions. And I would travel down from the Bay Area to, or if I was from at the time in the East Coast, I would travel down and this was it's the Kim Possible guy, yeah. And so I'd go down and hook up with Steven, and the very first time I did my first drawing session, it's when I guess a Suicide Squad came out, and he brought in a model that was dressed up as Harley Quinn, and it was cool because you had your benches, and, your wooden benches that you'd put your 11 by 17 paper on, and I just remember sitting down, and it was my very first live session with a model, and I was just like, oh my goodness gracious, what am I getting into here? And Steven's walking around looking at everybody's work. He's drawn along, and I've always been a fan of his work, so it's like, ooh, cool, and what do you call it? So I'm sitting there drawing, and I'm so nervous, and all the artists are just drawing away and just doing their versions. You had some people that were knew their stuff really well, and others that they're just working on it. It's cool. It was a good group of folks, and what was interesting, I couldn't draw anything. I was so nervous, and I had these pencils, and my pencils just didn't feel right, and it was ludicrous crazy, and I was so but then you start warming up, and you start loosening up, and you start getting the hang of it, and you have this woman there, and you're like, you don't want to embarrass yourself going, oh my god, this is what I drew. And it just took a little bit of time and a little bit of patience, and I finally got the handle of it all, and it was so cool, and it was a great experience. So I went back several times, and when I moved out to the East Coast, I would do business down in LA, and I would, if I was on a business, meeting or something like that, I would, sneak away at the end of a conference or whatever, and, go over there, and I'll never forget. There was one time I just went out of my way, and, went and saw Steven, and and this is where I feel big about giving back, and why I started the YouTube channel and that type of stuff is because one day I went to this drawing session of his, and I wanted to talk to him, and there's a big class, so we didn't really have a lot of time to talk, and he actually, we went out to sort of like after dinner, just get coffee or chill, and we went out and hung out, and it was so cool because he just gave me his time and helped me, and sort of find where I was. We're talking about don't lose your passion. He helped me find. He went through all my sketchbooks, everything, and it was so cool. And I was so impressed, and I've always been a fan, of him, and also, the idea of giving back to others, and for those of you that have been a part of my channel for a while now, you got my drift of it. So somebody took the time to give me a hand, and I wanted to make sure I gave that back to you good friends out there to have some fun, and to as long as you're learning and having a good time with this, it makes me happy. So we hung out. He gave me a lot of inspiration and a lot of help, and we hung out for quite a while. We were in the wee hours of the morning, so I appreciate him taking time, and his family too. So that was really cool. And so I've done a lot of live sessions, and good story. Just a really pro artist guy, and if you ever get a chance to to hook up with him or meet him at a convention or whatever, Lightbox or something. Meet Steven Silver, cool dude. Never can say enough good things about that. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Happy to share. So over here, we're just doing a bunch of different drawings here. This one's turning out pretty cool. So just trying different things and having fun, just drawing. Done a lot of drawings tonight. Photoshop says this app will disappear tomorrow. I have a licensed copy, man. Oh, cool. Okay, so we got some cool drawings here, trying different stuff. Time is at 12:43. Cool. Some good storytelling too, and hopefully you learned something from it. But yeah, but if you ever get a chance to do a live session with models, I'd highly recommend you doing it. One of these days I'll have to break up those sketches and we can all laugh at the sketches of Harley Quinn. I can draw a heck of a lot better now than back then, so. But cool stuff, doing these different drawings. Yeah, so it's like I said, when I was at lunch and stuff, it's just like, I'll bring the same type of paper and I'll bring my Post-it notes and just mock it up and everything and have some fun with these drawings. So just some cool stuff. Sometimes I draw big, like this is a half page each. Yeah, if you have a video, yeah, put it, yeah, either, I'll leave you with my contact information at the end, Stealth Boy, and you can shoot me an email with a link and I'll check it out. Let me do that real quick. So if you want to get in contact with me, friends, again, my name is Paul Angeli. I'm a live action storyboard artist. You could reach my email at mr.paul.angeli@gmail.com. That's my main business email address. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Mr. Paul Angeli, and that's cool. And then, of course, here on the YouTube channel as well. So use that. Cool. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate that, Stealth Boy. Buddha Belly, thanks for streaming, Paul. Good night, Buddha Belly. Take care. So I am going to call it a night and have a good evening. And you guys do the same. And go ahead and keep practicing your sketches. Don't give up. Keep practicing. Keep going, and keep making that happen for yourself. Appreciate everybody joining in. And again, if you want to reach out, either reach out to me via email, that'd be great, or DM me over on Instagram. That's cool too. If you're in search of extra help or anything like that, I'm not sponsored by Buy Me a Coffee, but if you did learn a little bit something tonight, and help support the channel, I am participating with Buy Me a Coffee, and it's sort of like my tip jar there. And if you're somebody that needs a little bit more direction and some help, I'd be happy to help you. I also, on my Buy Me a Coffee site, I have my one-on-one mentoring or coaching, and I sort of work that out via email first, and we can chit-chat a little bit to get to know each other a little bit, and then we can sit down, and there's quite a few of you that have taken me up on that mentorship to give you a hand and get you a push in the right direction. So again, don't give up on your goals and your dreams. Keep doing your art. Let me see if I can turn this thing off real quick. Boop. Keep doing your art. Keep telling your stories. Keep having fun, and go for it. Keep drawing. Keep sketching. Anyways, guys, have a great night. I'm gonna go get some rest. It's getting on to 1 o'clock in the morning. So, you guys have a great night. I will talk to you next time. Take care and have a good evening. Take care.